After 2 weeks of evidence, both sides have rested their case in the trial against the former Aurora dentist accused of killing his wife, Angela Craig, in March of 2023.
James Craig faces a first-degree murder charge, along with a handful of solicitation charges that were added on while he was in jail. Prosecutors called almost 50 people to the stand. The defense team called no one.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon has been covering the trial from the very beginning. Colette, it's surprising that the defense didn't call any witnesses. What could be the reasoning for that strategy?
There could be a lot of different reasons. First of all, the burden of proof, as always, it's on the prosecution. So if the defense team felt like they really made their argument when they were cross-examining witnesses or questioning them, then their job's kind of done. Or, of course, the defendant could have taken the stand in his own defense. Now, that's a risky move, but I thought there could have actually been some benefit to seeing James Craig on the stand. For instance, the defense team, they are claiming that Angela Craig was suicidal at the time of her death, but we haven't heard anyone testify to that. In fact, they've testified to the contrary, so maybe James Craig could have gotten up there and actually said that to the jury. And of course, if we're already jumping ahead and thinking about the appeals process, then you can claim ineffective counsel pretty simply, especially if your defense team called absolutely no witnesses to the stand. Now, over the course of this trial, we have heard from those who knew Angela Craig best, the 43-year-old mother of 6 who died as a result of cyanide and an ingredient commonly found in eye drops. We've heard from women who had extramarital affairs with James Craig, something prosecutors say speaks to motive in this case. And we've heard from investigators who went through text messages and computer searches they say show James Craig ordered poison with the intent to kill Angela. Now, prosecutors, they're arguing that James Craig poisoned her in the days leading up to her death using her protein shakes and a medication that was meant for a sinus infection, while Angela, during all of that time, was just trying to figure out what was wrong with her. Ultimately, prosecutors, they're arguing that James Craig gave her a lethal dose of cyanide while she was hospitalized on March 15th of 2023.
And prosecutors really haven't wavered on that point. But Colette, what happens next in this high-profile case?
Well, next, right at 9 a.m., the jury is expected to hear closing arguments from both sides. So that's really their last chance from both the prosecution and the defense team to try and sway the jury one way or another before this case is handed over to the jury and they begin deliberating. Then we're all waiting. We're live in Arapahoe County. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.